Hi, everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break. This is the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. This week's rehearsal of On a Water Break, we're going to be remembering Bruno Zuccala. And we'll find out what made Trish say.
I'm so glad that that's there, forever on YouTube, that we could share with our kids,
And why Whitney said,
"You've got to have eyebrows so you don't look like I do right now."
All this and more on this week's episode of On a Water Break.
Take off the mat and go. Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts. Everyone, bring it in. It's time for a water break.
Hey everyone, I'm Nicole. I hope some of you are enjoying back to school, band camps, and the other half, that March Drum Corps. I hope you're getting acclimated back into real life. We've got some exciting episodes coming up this fall, and we do want to give you a sneak peek into that. But first, we want to just talk about who's on the sideline. Before we talk about who's on the sidelines this week, we just want to ask you to go and subscribe on your favorite listening app. Go ahead and write us a review, and you can share it with a friend. If you have a question or a good topic that you want to talk about, go ahead and email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com. Or you can find us on social media. You can DM us if you want to be on the podcast. There's a form that you can fill out. Just click on the link in the bio, and we'll be talking to you soon. Now we can get to the people on the sidelines. Trish, how are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm good.
Yeah? Are you in band camp mode right now?
Yeah, I just finished 1 week. Start another week tomorrow, 12 to 9.
Oh,
Wait, you just started?
Yeah. We different in Jersey.
Oh my God. I feel like we're about to compete this weekend.
For real?
Really?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. It feels like it.
I was like, whoa, what are you doing? What? Why?
Losing my mind.
Well, great. So now that we know where everyone really is in the world, Whitney, you're on what? Week what of your camp, or is it over?
Oh, we're about to be on week 3 of school.
Oh.
We've already done a week and a half of school.
How is it on the other side? Let Trish know.
You know what? It's nice. It's nice over here. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Amazing. And Ricardo.
Hey.
Just saw you 2 weeks ago.
I know. It was so not that long ago. But you know what I have not done? And for the first time in 30 years, for the last 2 weeks that school has been in session, have not gone to a band camp or to a rehearsal. Get to see what the normies live like. And I have been coming home every day at the end of the day. And
do you think you're special or something?
I am very special right now. 30 years earned it, okay?
Yeah, I don't do band camps anymore. I haven't for a couple of years now, and I love it.
It's just too hot. It's so hot. I walked outside from the office door to my car, and I'm so bougie and spoiled anyway that I turn my car on from the app while I'm walking downstairs because I cannot do outside. And I was like, oh, should I ride by rehearsal and just see what the kids are doing out there? And I was like, no, girl, it's too hot. I got to go home and take off my bra, put on my muumuu. I can't do it.
You're smart. Okay.
He is also bougie.
Understandably so. Oh, goodness. So our guest this week, I want to say, has a tie into all of us, but not all of us at the same time, which is very funny. But also, it's nice to see your face, too. Please welcome Ryan Bronner.
Hi. Good to see everyone.
Oh. Our studio audience that we have here. Ryan, I guess you could say an initiation, if you will, with all of our new guests when they come on. They have to do a 32 count life story. So from birth to today is what you have to fit in 32 counts. Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Got it.
Don't leave out any details, though.
No.
All right. So what's happened is Trish is going to give you 8 off the mat, and then you're in.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a whirl. Okay, grew up in rural upstate New York, found color guard when I was a freshman in high school in 1997.
Did it all the way as performer, instructor, Brigadiers, Patriots, Cavaliers, all the way up until now because I decided it was time to get a doctorate degree. So here I am. Did I have more time? Did I go too fast?
No, it's all good.
Okay, good.
That was like the best abridged version of a 32 count life story I think that I've ever heard on the podcast.
No kidding. He's like, I'm done now. Finished.
I finished the phrase early.
Right. Well, I'm glad that I was a count in your 32 count life story.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Me too, all of you.
Well, we'll get right back to talking some more. I just want to let everyone know about some of our content that we have going on right now. So I don't know if you all saw it, but we just had the episode release with all new panel. Did you all see that at all?
I did. That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
They did such a good job.
They really did.
And I'm so happy to see, you know, and of course I love all of your faces all the time when I see them, but like, it's kind of, it's exciting to have an all new panel get on and do an episode. So very excited for them. And I know everyone will be excited to listen to that episode and also see them on future episodes that we have. Alicia and I did an episode with the directors of Meridian Winter Guard out of Kentucky, and then talked a little bit more about the new, I guess you could say, format that is happening with some regionals this year with WGI. So that's going to be informative for people to watch. And then Jackie actually has the DCI correspondence, the performer correspondence, like a catch up with them after, you know, it's over, you're back home, you know, what's next kind of thing. And so that's going to be exciting to watch as well. So we've got some good stuff coming up. So we'll be back.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
And we are back. The marching arts community is currently mourning the loss since learning about the death of Bruno Zuccala. Bruno touched the lives of a lot of different performers, staff members, administrators, adjudicators all around the marching arts. Today, we have read in the DCI page, it actually talked about Bruno Zuccala and all of the mentorship that he had basically given to a bunch of different performers and staff members around the way. Basically just talking about him so much. On the website, they also have the Hall of Fame speech that he did, as well as the 1995 DCI broadcast that he did explaining the Cavaliers and their color guard and what needs to be done to have a good color guard on PBS. So with our panel today, I know that a lot of you have all had some kind of personal, recollection to Bruno. I mean, whoever wants to go first can tell you, but let us know what you knew about him and how he touched your life.
I'll jump in. So I love that you mentioned that 95 video because I know there are a lot of people in this world that their in our generation, people born in the 1900s, that got their first inkling of what DCI was from watching that PBS broadcast and recorded every year VHS every DCI broadcast. And literally every day when I would get home from school, I would pop on videos of shows and I would go outside of my yard and I would try to figure out people's shows and choreography from the shows from what I saw there. And I remember in 95 when that segment with Bruno came on and I was like, oh my God, who is this man? And he is talking about this stuff that's awesome. And I now want to be a Cavalier. And so I went outside and I practiced my rifle technique to make sure that I had my catches solid like Bruno talked about. And then I also learned the saber choreography that's happening in the background. So I learned it every day. And so when I did eventually go and audition for Cavaliers, I told Bruno that I watched that video like every day for years. And then I told him I knew that saber choreography. And he was like, oh yeah, well then show it to me. And so I did. And that's how I made the saber line. It's because I did that choreography, count for count, back in the day. But, you know, like, I know Ryan's going to talk about this too, but it's to be taught by Bruno is like this wonderful, like, portion of my life that I am so happy that I got to do because he truly was like the person that really taught me how to be a teacher. Like I had other instructors, and no tea, no shade to all the rest of the instructors that taught me that are like listen to this podcast. No tea, no shade, but like Bruno had this way of teaching you and getting you to want to push yourself, but never doing it in a mean-spirited way, and always leading with love, and always knowing when you were at a breaking point and what to do to get you over that breaking point. And I just he became my model. He was my role model for how I wanted to be as a teacher. And I hope that he is looking down from now on and going to guide me through the rest of my time doing this because he was just such an inspiration. I mean, even from the moments of Ryan, you'll remember this, like when he would teach, he would clean across the floors. He would do this thing with his fingers, his little gun hands. He would do it. And he was like, his arms would do this. Nothing like what the actual choreography was. His arms would just do this. And he knew it was completely ridiculous. And so he just kept doing it anyway. And he would over exaggerate it because he knew we were all having a chuckle about it. And that was the thing about him. He wasn't one of those people that took himself so seriously that he was offended by the fact that we were having a good chuckle behind it. He leaned into it. He let in and let us know that like he was also a part of the joke. So, and there's not many people that can do that and do that well. So I'm going to miss that man. Like I'm going to miss that man. It was a hard night, the night that news broke through, because he had just posted a few hours earlier on Facebook and I just liked the post from him. And so then that news popping through, it sent me back. And it sent me back to a place, and it started off with tears being sad, but then I also started thinking about like all of the things I learned and how great of a time that was in my life, and how every time since then I've seen him, he's always, come and give me a big hug and asked me how I was doing and, all of that stuff. So like I said in my little Facebook tribute to him, like, when you're one of his boys, you were one of his boys forever. He was always going to be there. So,
wow.
I'll stop ranting on whatever.
Well, that was beautiful, though. I mean, like you and Ryan both marched together at Cavaliers, which is where Bruno spent a good majority of his time. But Ryan, you also have stories that you can share with us about Bruno, too.
Yeah. So it was one of those things where I remember when I started Color Garden, a mutual instructor that Trish and I had when I was like, I got to go somewhere. I'm like, I want to go to the Cavaliers. She goes, good. Stop having to dance with all the girls and go spin like a boy. Like, go to the Cavaliers. Go do what you got to do. Like, go spin the way you want to. So, I mean, I had instant blessing. But like Ricardo, like Cavaliers is somebody that was somewhere I wanted to go for so long. You know, it was one of those things. I remember seeing them. It was specifically in 1994. I'm like, if I do this, I want to do that. And then I saw who he was in 95, and he was at rock star status for me because he got performers to look the way I wanted to look. And I remember getting to camp, I was a nervous wreck because I'm like, this is what I really wanted. This is where I really wanted. This is how I want things to turn out. And I was so nervous of him. And then when they were telling us who got spots, I just remember him saying, I don't care if you graduate at the end of June. You need to be here. You belong here. You need to be in this color guard, and we'll do what we have to do. And at that point, it's like, if Bruno says anything to me, I'm doing it. Like, from that point on, like, I just instantly trusted him because he gave me, I was so nervous about being there. And I mean, I traveled halfway across the country on my own, knowing nobody. And he just instantly took me in. And one of the biggest things that I always recognize is that he was our father when we didn't have our fathers on tour with us. Mm-hmm. He looked out for us if we needed stuff. I know specifically he would tell me stories when he was at Cadets where if the color guard had to do something, I know he probably did this at Cavaliers, but they usually were good about getting us to like laundry days. But they had a laundry day one night and he just said, here's my credit card. I talked to the kids. We need this many toothbrush. We need toothpaste. We need this. We need this. We need this. Go take care of it and get it for the kids. And he would just do that because if we weren't taking care of ourselves, there was no way we were going to do the job we needed to do. So he always, always, always made sure to take care of us. And I was lucky to have 4 years with him as a performer. I was even luckier because 2 other organizations I've taught, Spartans and St. Brendan's, he came out and taught there. So I really liked the fact that I got to see the other side because we don't really get to see when I was a performer, I never got to see behind the curtain. I didn't see what Bruno was like when he wasn't on the field or when he wasn't worried about rehearsals. And the one thing I will always recognize as a performer is that the man never had no energy. He matched us every single day. He was on the field with us. He didn't go up in the press box. He didn't just stand on the sideline and bark orders. He was on the field with us. And some days, if we weren't doing so hot, he was chasing us. So, he never let down on that energy. But then it was incredible because then teaching with him, we would get done with rehearsal and he would just be completely exhausted. Like, he put so much of himself into every single thing he did. And that's why every color guard he had a hand was great. And I am a high school English teacher. I'm an adjunct professor. I'm, back in school, whatever. But I'm capable of doing all of those things because he gave me something to emulate to be successful in all of that I wanted to do. I went and read the textbooks and did all the work when I was in college. But it was the 4 years at Cavaliers while I was in college where I got to see what a good educator looked like, what it looked like when you're an all-around father, a friend, and a giver of knowledge. And he did that better than anybody that I ever know. And again, like Ricardo, respect to everybody else. I love everybody who's ever taught me. But when it comes to putting those 3 things together, nobody ever did it better than him. And that's why every single person who's gone through a Bruno Zuccala color guard is 100% loyal to him. And I hope I can be half the educator he is. We'll see. But that would even be a remarkable level of a teacher to even
a tenth of the level would be a remarkable teacher.
It's funny, just coincidentally funny, the way that you speak about Bruno, because it's just like, well, I never met Bruno, but I was thinking to myself, like, that's the kind of teacher when I taught that I wanted to be. You know what I mean? Like, if I could not, give you every tip and trick in the book, maybe your work ethic or something like that to give you a little push in that way would be remembered so that you could do those other things. But I think that's great that you both had those memories of him. Were you taught by Bruno, Trish?
No, I wasn't. And I only really kind of know him through the activity in passing. I remember when he added me as a friend on Facebook, I was like, Bruno Zuccala's wants to be my friend. Like, that's very cool. And I was like, how does he even know me, you know? And just, I mean, I've heard stories and read stories. I mean, I through you guys with the Cavaliers, but a lot of people in this area and the activity in this area were students of him at the cadets. And I mean, I've just heard so many stories about how amazing he was and caring he was. And, you know, you know, we were hopeful to try to get somebody who learned from him at the cadets on, but it just didn't work out for tonight. But there were, you know, a lot of people who did reach out and say, you know, I can't make it, but I really wish I could speak about, you know, how amazing he was. And just, it's a big loss for the activity. It really is.
Yeah. When I opened up my Facebook, there were so many heartfelt tributes to him over and over again. I just went down a rabbit hole and read a bunch of them. And, you know, it's a degree of separation, like, or, you know, from me to Bruno Zuccala. So again, seeing him in passing, but hearing these stories just makes, I mean, to me, him more real, like I have met him. So I know their family is really touched by that. Whitney, can you tell us about?
I actually am kind of the same boat as you and Trish. I only know him like in passing, but I feel like he taught me because everybody that taught me like at Pride and Crown were taught by him. So I feel like I'm his long lost granddaughter kind of thing, you know, like all of my color guard parents were taught by him, you know, and a lot of people I marched with were taught by him. So I just know him in that way, but I don't have like a direct connection marching under him or anything. So I just have heard a lot of stories, and like you, my Facebook has just been filled with Bruno tributes and pictures. Oh my gosh, I love all the pictures from the 90s.
They did such a good job with finding pictures of him.
Yeah.
Like the different times.
Just like everybody, like Michael Gaines pictures, he had a bunch, and I think Andy Toth's post, and there are just so many pictures like from the 90s, and I'm like, you guys like uploaded all these, you know,
So-
like you had to scan these.
Yeah.
So I looked him up on YouTube in preparation for this episode, and I found Ryan. I'm not sure if you were in it, but I found some technique videos that he made.
Yeah.
And there's Ryan Bronner at a right
Ryan's
flat,
in it.
Yeah.
flat, but like they were really, really cool. Like things that like, I'm so glad that that's there, like forever on YouTube, that like we could share with our kids. Like, look at this technique video,
Yeah.
you know, and it was really, really cool. He went through the parts of the leg, you know, where your hand needs to be, and just really, really cool. So
And that's
anybody
the very beginning.
wants to check out those YouTube videos, really cool.
Yeah, if we can find some of those links, maybe we'll put them in the caption.
Yeah,
people can
yeah.
get to it. That's cool. I love this time that we can do this. Let everyone share their stories and laugh a little, you know, and, you know, be glad that you were in the presence of someone who was so influential, you know?
For sure.
I'll tell a fun story before we part this. And Ryan, you will remember this day, and you're going to crack up when you remember this story. So we were somewhere in a cornfield, somewhere in Illinois, learning four corners, and we were working corner number 3. And we had learned there was like this section that there was a group of us that had spun saber, and we were supposed to be rifles, but then at the last minute they decided that we weren't going to be rifles, that we were going to be this like featured flag line group. And so Adam taught this flag choreography, and then he just sort of like walked away. And so we were all trying to figure it out, as we did back then. We didn't ask questions, we were just doing it. So we're in rehearsal, and it's like we're trying to get through this stuff, and Adam's like, Ricardo, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know. I'm just trying to make the flag go around. And Adam has like a whole temper tantrum. Sorry, Adam, throwing you under the bus. Adam has a whole temper tantrum. And I just grab my flag. I walk off the field. I walk into the gym. I start throwing my stuff in my suitcase. And Bruno just walks in the gym and he goes, hey, Pumpkin, you okay? And I'm like, I believe it. And he's like, no. Come with me. and he takes me and he puts me in the van, drives me down the street to Dairy Queen, buys me an ice cream cone. It just says, "You want to talk about it?" And I just let it all out and I start crying. And he goes, "You're not going home. You're too good to go home. It's fine. You'll be okay. You'll figure this flag work out. We'll get it tomorrow." And that's how I stayed.
Wow.
That's how I stayed. He literally took me from rehearsal and bought me an ice cream cone.
That's so cute.
Yeah.
That is cute.
That's it. But I mean, and that's like one of a billion stories that anybody that like marched in that era of him could tell you about him. It's those little things that, like, when we talk about like someone being dad, like he really was dad.
Wow. Oh, these are such good stories. Thank you all for sharing those with us. We are going to take a break, and then we come back. We have the 60-second tech block.
Hi, everyone. It's time for your travel tip of the week with me. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel. When you start reviewing the calendar for the dates for your next performance tour, avoiding major holidays is strongly recommended. Not only will you avoid longer lines at attractions, you could also save money by traveling during the off-season. Don't forget to like and follow Peak Group Travel on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and be sure to email info@peakgrouptravel.com when you're ready to start planning your next performance tour. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel and your travel tip of the week. Ready to elevate your travel game? Welcome to Peak Group Travel, the ultimate adventure creators. Whether you're planning an unforgettable class trip, a once-in-a-lifetime parade experience for your marching band, or a choir tour full of memorable performance venues, Peak Group Travel handles it all, so you can focus on making memories. From breathtaking international destinations to amazing adventures right here at home, Peak Group Travel customizes every journey to your vision. We're not just planners, we're your partners for the trip you want for your students. Our online registration portal makes managing your pre-trip experience smooth and convenient. We even collect your payments if you'd like. Picture it: effortless planning, unmatched experiences, and smiles that last long after the journey ends. That's the Peak Group Travel difference. And if you choose to partner with Peak on your next tour, and you mention that you heard about us on the On a Water Break podcast, you'll earn a $100 trip credit. Discover why groups everywhere trust Peak Group Travel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to visit peakgrouptravel.com today. You pick the date, and we'll make it great.
Okay, everyone, we're back, and I am taking over the mic for a few minutes because it is time for 60-second tech block. 60-second tech block. 60-second tech block. Never gets old. That's all.
No, it does not.
If you have been living under a rock or this is your first time to listen to On a Water Break podcast, this is a segment where one of our guest hosts or guest clinician is put on the spot to deliver a nonstop 60-second tech session on a topic that needs some serious attention after the last run. Our special tech this week has come prepared with 3 topics that they think they can talk about for a full 60 seconds straight. No hesitation, no pauses, just pure technical gold. And this week, let's see, I think I'll throw it over to Whitney. This will be fun. So, Whitney, you said that your best topics were color guard makeup, why dance technique is important, and why you should wear gloves. Okay, so everybody, what topic do you think that Whitney should do?
So no tea, no shade. I know that anybody could take more tips on like why we should do dance technique and why we should wear gloves. And valid. However, the show makeup is a must know for a lot of folks because it ain't there yet. So
especially starting the season off, our marching band season. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, Trish, you're still in band camp.
Yes.
Some of our children perform this week. Fine.
It's crazy.
So, you know what? I think that since we are about to be in show mode, and since RuPaul's Drag Race is going to be coming out for another season and another season of All Stars, and I also personally know that Whitney's very good at makeup because she is the makeup guru. So, Whit, why don't you tell us all about our makeup? So, Ryan, will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
On your phone, will you pull up a 60-second timer?
Yeah.
I will pull up
Yeah.
a 60-second timer.
Okay, Whitney. So this is your moment. This is the time right now for all of America to hear how fantastic you are at makeup, and you are going to school all of us in 60 seconds. Are you ready for this, sister?
I'm ready.
All right, Ryan, let us know when to go.
Ready, set, go.
Yeah. Okay. So first you want to make sure you start with a clean face. You get all that sweat off your face. Make sure you're using SPF during marching band season. BB creams and CC creams are the way to go. Make sure you have a great powder, right? Because you're going to sweat, okay? Make sure you do contour so you don't look like a thumb running around the field, right? Make sure you use blush. Kids don't like to use blush. Put blush on. You've got to have eyebrows so you don't look like I do right now. Make sure everything you do is waterproof. Waterproof mascara, right? Everything waterproof. Oh gosh, setting spray. You got to use setting spray. Stop using the makeup wipes, the ones that you throw in the garbage. Those break you out. Stop using those. Get a makeup eraser. It's a pink cloth. Get that. Fake lashes. Use fake lashes. Black glue. You don't need to waste your eyeliner by putting on eyeliner and then fake lashes. Don't do bottom eyeliner and mascara. It's just going to run. Have paper towel ready for after the show. Blot your sweat.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I love the sound. That was epic.
I can't wait to play this back and then slow it down so that I can write all these tips down.
Exactly.
Right.
I'll just send you a cheat sheet. I was ready.
I appreciate that.
Very nicely done. Very nicely done.
I didn't get to the last one, which was matte lipstick is the best for hair that is down. So you don't, when your hair, like if you got sticky lip gloss on and then your hair is down, it's the worst.
Whitney, you could have saved me like 20 years worth of trouble.
I know. Should have hired me.
I know.
Anyone else wants to have years of trouble saved for them? Whitney, do you still do the lookbooks?
I do. Yeah, I still do. Yes. It's been a minute since I've really put a lot of effort into that, but I do still do that. Yes.
I feel like those are one of the saving graces of color guards when they just on the way that they look.
Yeah.
Having that stuff mapped out so they can practice. Yes, please.
Yeah, I am available for hire if anybody needs, and hair. I do hair and makeup.
Nice.
She said she gonna do your face and your wig, girl.
Oh, I'm not coming to do it. I'll just show you how to do it.
I love that. Well, now that we have gotten all of that information that we needed to get, it's time for us to get into our next section called What Are We Doing?
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
All right. So this is a part of the show where we let loose a bit. Okay. So we want to talk about some things that in the marching arts that just don't make sense. So maybe it's a tradition that needs to go, or just maybe it's something that performers can't seem to break, or just something that grinds your gears in the marching arts community. But this is the time and the space that it's safe to go ahead and let go about it. So I guess we can start off with Trish. What are we doing?
Okay. What are we doing about the DCI corps having this not announcing staff changes till after Labor Day thing? All the people getting fired are posting on their social media. We see it. If we're friends with these people, we see it. We know what's up. We know what's going on. I don't get this whole like we're firing people and they're telling us that they were fired, but you can't say it until after Labor Day. What's going on here?
Over here? We see all these people getting fired. They're posting.
They are though.
Here's my thing about it, though. Like, maybe, I mean, it's the end of their season, so maybe they're on vacation until the day after Labor Day, after DCI.
They're trying so hard to like emulate like the NFL. Like
Right.
the NFL, like the day after the Super Bowl is when, all the coaches get fired. And the day after DCI is when all the staff gets fired. And then they're not allowed to announce it until after Labor Day. I mean, it's every single person that's getting fired. Well, this is the end of my time with so-and-so. It's like, we see it. Just tell us. Just tell us.
I want to know now.
Yeah. Now.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Exactly.
Ricardo, what are we doing?
I don't know how to back that up. What are we doing? And I know that this is nothing that anyone on this earth could do, but what are we doing about this damn heat?
Okay, so I don't know about you, but it's been super beautiful in Pennsylvania in the Philly area.
It sure has.
I don't understand. And maybe it's because I'm not actively outside as much anymore because I've had the whole transition thing and I'm in an office building now and all that good stuff. But y'all, I can't with outside. Outside is trying to sabotage me. Outside is actively trying to murder me on a daily basis. Like,
You're not trying to be outside?
I am not doing outside. I'm not doing outside until like November, Florida.
Oh no, that's when we go inside up here.
Right.
And you know what? I might come up there to go outside because it has been so damn hot that just cannot function. I can't. I'm so glad I'm not teaching marching band this year. So I'm sending out shout outs to love and everybody that is out there in that heat, enduring, flapping their arms, clapping for the kids that's out there running around, tired and thirsty. Bless y'all's hearts. I can't. I feel like especially in Florida, I'm just going to speak for Florida because it's hot. I feel like every school needs a dome at this point. Because I'm nope. I want no parts of it.
So I will tell you that the last episode that I did with Alicia, we were talking about this and how, like, if it's inclement weather or if it's like too hot outside, her school, now granted, the school that she works with is not very big, but not super small either, but they have a tarp that resembles the yard lines that they can pull out gym and like get some work done in the gym. It's just like, okay, well, we don't have to die in the heat, but we also don't have to get wet when it rains either. So there's one of those things to beat the heat, but
I love that.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. But yeah, no, I'm not outside, so I'm sorry. Yeah. But also, I'm one of those people who love fall. Get me outside in the fall, man. That's my outside time.
See, I wish I lived in a place where we had an actual fall. Like we have summer and then we have summer adjacent and then we have like a week of winter and then it's summer adjacent again and then it's summer. So
Got it. Same.
There are no leaves
For part
changing here.
two,
There's none of that
summer with
stuff.
rain, summer with no rain, summer with mosquitoes.
Yes, that's it.
Okay. Ryan.
This is such a tough one.
What are we doing?
You know what? I'm going to say this. What are we doing if you're teaching high school guards and not understanding what your kids are going through outside of practice? We have... it's really interesting being in the position I'm in right now because I used to teach a guard program at the school that I teach English at, but now I'm out. So what ends up happening, they all know I'm a guard instructor, so a lot of those kids will come and talk to me. And, it's not just my kids, it's a lot of other places. It's a lot of everywhere. When you're teaching high school kids, please understand that when they have something happen to them, it is the worst thing that's ever happened in their life because it's the only thing that's probably happening in their life and they don't know any different yet. I hear a lot sometimes when I'm kind of on the sidelines or I'm kind of on the outside, I'll hear instructors start complaining about their kids having an attitude problem or their kids having they're just changing their personality. Sit and talk to them. they're not showing up because they're mad at you. They're showing up because they're mad at the world. They're teenagers. So it's just one of those things where I just look at people and say, what are you doing when you don't take that moment to just sit with your student and figure out what is going on? So that's my biggest thing. So I'm throwing that out there. I might be the controversial. I might sound like a little bit of Judge Judy.
No.
People gotta stop.
Need to hear it.
I personally agree with you. I think once your students kind of see you as human, you'll get a different kind of performer out of them. If they understand where you're coming from, you understand where they're coming from, and they've confided something in you as far as a story is concerned. And it doesn't have to be super deep. Just give them some time.
I will say, one of my teacher mentors told me this years ago. I was doing one of my, complaint sessions, as we tend to do. And I was talking about like the kids and like, oh my God, why are they making this such a big deal? And she said to me words that stuck with me to this day. She said, it's a big deal because they have no point of reference for anything else yet. And she said, it's not a big deal to you because you've dealt with this or any type of situation 100 times before. This is the first time that they're learning to deal with it. So they have to figure out how to process that. And that changed my way of thinking when it came to approaching kids about stuff. Now, listen, sometimes kids try to get away with stuff. I ain't saying that they don't do that. But you really do have to think that like they are experiencing life for the first time. Many of them, as stuff is transpiring. So you got to meet them where they are.
Well, these are good. What are we doing? Fucking good at this. Whitney, what are we doing?
I don't really think I have one. I don't know. I think I'm good this week. Oddly enough, I think I have nothing to say.
So nothing. What are we doing during your camps or anything like that?
And we're in school now. I don't even remember band camp.
Nice. What are we doing forgetting about band camp that happened 2 weeks ago? Zooming on Wit. She's like, I don't know. Well, good. I mean, honestly, too, I piggyback off you on that. I really don't have a what are we doing, but like, unless I can use myself as an example, and like after having like a busy summer or you're, having a busy marching band camp going into fall season, and then you have a break. I think it is imperative, and I speak from experience of being literally the most relaxed that I've been months today, right now. So what are we doing not taking a break? Okay.
I love this.
And then making sure that you are feeding this battery that fuels you, because you may be the one fueling someone else. And like, what is it? You can't pour from an empty cup.
Yes.
Right. So my cup is pretty full. Got a little bit more to go, and then I'm going back home. So yes, treat yourselves good. Perfect. Great. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get on over to Gush and Goes. This is the braggadocious side of things. Like, tell me what you're doing. You can brag about it. I got this. I got that. This doesn't have to be marching arts. I tell people this all the time, but it kind of just wraps around back into it, because like milestones are big things. Like, I finished band camp, because that is a huge deal. Like, good or bad, it's going to happen. You're going to finish band camp. How you finish, that's up to you. But, everyone's doing something. So, we're just gushing and going. So, being our guest tonight, Ryan, I'm going to start with you. What are you gushing and going about?
My gush and go will be my doctorate work. It's something that I'm doing a dissertation that I think is very near and dear to the color guard world. I'm working on, my topic is what do we have to look at with our transgender and non-binary communities to find better mental health outcomes for them. Being able to love the fact that color guard gave me such a diverse atmosphere, it gave such a welcoming atmosphere for anybody. And right now and this is a very stressful week, because September 2nd, I have to have everything in and done, or I don't move on to write chapters 3 and 4, but everything looks like it's going to be fine for that. It's just going to be a long week. But I will be my last 2 terms of my doctorate. I will hopefully be graduating in May. I will have my dissertation, the first real full draft, done by November 25th. So I'm excited to be getting kind of done with that.
Then once you do that, we can start calling you Dr. Bronner.
Except when you Google, just so you know, when you Google Dr. Bronner, that is the name of a soap company. So you will not find me when you do Google Dr. Bronner. You will be getting a soap company. So just be prepared for that.
I'm going to look up that soap company logo and like transpose something on it for you. That would be so funny. Oh, that's great. Yes. Let's see, Whitney, what are we gushing and going about? You're on the other side of things now.
You know what's funny? I really should have done my what are we doing about how we're like not allowed to call kids by their chosen names in Texas anymore, and we're really not. Have you guys heard about this?
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Okay, yeah, like if a kid has decided that they want to go by Apple, and that's not what's on their birth certificate, or it's not like a standard nickname for their name, and we can't call them by that now. It's against the law. Yeah.
So can we call one of those senators from your state by his actual first name and not the name that he likes to go by?
I'll go with wheelchair. Hot Wheels. We like Governor Hot Wheels. That's usually what we call him. Anyways, that could have been my what are we doing? My gush and go. Well, we're starting our third week of school tomorrow. We have our first football game and performance. I'm all moved in Houston now, and that's why there's nothing on my walls yet. I haven't hung up like anything. It's good. It's just a little bit sweatier than Austin, you know?
So when Whitney moved to Texas, I moved to Texas, but she moved to Austin and I moved to Houston. And that's where I moved to first. And it was just, it's a warm bath. You just didn't run the water yourself. It's just a warm bath all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's good. I like it. I don't really think it's any hotter than Austin, but people are so convinced that it's like so much more humid. And I think it's nicer at night here. I always felt like Austin, like it got so humid at night, and it doesn't do that here. So I like that about it.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's great. And the biggest color guard I've ever had in my whole life. I have 64 children.
That's an army, baby. That's an army.
Yes. And a lot of the time, I have a couple of techs, but mostly it's me and Duffy.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You need a care basket.
You do.
You need a care basket.
Yeah. Okay. It's good, though. I have 3 class periods back to back, which is crazy. Yeah. It's different, but I like it. Everybody's really nice, and yay.
Hey, that's all you can really ask for.
Yeah.
That's all you can really ask for at the beginning.
You know, Nicole.
Girl. That's why I'm like, you're still teaching? Hey.
Yep.
I've been saving my gush and go because I wanted to gush and go about the fact that Ryan Bronner is here, and I'm so excited that he's here. And somebody recently said to me, I just told him this earlier, somebody recently said to me, oh, that's right. You know Ryan Bronner. He taught you how to spin rifle. And at first I was like, wow, that's really sad because that was my last year spinning. But kind of, it's true. And I learned so much that last year, 2005 Briggs, that, I was one of the main 6 weapons the whole show. And I did learn a lot. And to learn in your last year where you're kind of swan songing out to like actually learn and be a part of a really amazing group. And so thank you.
Oh, yay. Awesome. Ricardo, what you gushing and going about?
I am gushing and going because in my job title, I get to do fun things all the time, mostly hanging out with elementary teachers and their students, which is like the thing I love the most in this world right now. But I got to start the first day of school as like a pretend assistant principal for the day. And I opened a brand new school. Like it had new school smell. It was fantastic. It's an elementary school that will be a K-8 school. And I am just now starting to hang out with like elementary people, and elementary kids are the freaking cutest things in the world. But I was pulling children away from their parents on day one, and I was having to make parents get out of the window so that kids could come to school. And I opened probably 1,000 Jello pudding packets, Go-Gurts, and mustard and ketchup packets that day. So it was a good time.
Cute.
It was the cutest thing ever. I have 3 elementary school visits on my schedule this week, and I cannot wait. I'm drawing an otter in a first grade art class, and I got to go back and paint my otter this week. That's what I'm gushing and going about.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. I love it. I really don't have big gush and goes, except for, hey, I got away from, I got out and I wasn't working, like doing color guard or anything like that when I left. And huge deal. I'm one of those people too that I'm gushing and going about this, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, that's not interesting. And just to all of you say that, I don't care. But I'm huge on like when the seasons change, or when you go from like summer to fall, or vice versa, just going through all of your clothes and seeing like, hey, I did wear this, or, oh, I didn't think I had this anymore. But basically, separating those clothes and putting them somewhere until the next season comes along, or donating them. I love doing that, because then you find out how much more room you have. And I know that's bad because everybody's thinking, oh, you're just going to buy more stuff. And it's just like, maybe, but maybe not. So I'm crossing my fingers that I don't start shopping like hardcore or anything like that. But I'm excited for the room and everything like that. I felt like I came home from tour with a lot more stuff. I don't know how anybody does that.
Be for real, and tell everybody how you were on TikTok Shop constantly all summer long. All summer long. Every week when I got back, Nicole was like, look what I got on TikTok Shop. Look what I got on TikTok Shop. But Nicole's like a sweetheart too, because Nicole was like, oh, I saw this and I thought of you, and so I bought you this on TikTok Shop.
But you tell the other part about it, just like, yeah, I was on TikTok Shop too. We were all on it. We were all doing it.
I love this TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop.
I'm so mad at myself sometimes when I shop on it too. And it's just like, oh, where'd you get that? You can't just say online. It's just like, well, it's a really good deal.
I got it on TikTok Shop.
Yep.
I ordered something from TikTok Shop and it came, and I don't remember what it is. Like, I think they're cleaning cloths, but I can't be sure. And I don't know how to find my like order history in TikTok. I don't know where it's at. So I just have this like stack of like, I think they're washcloths. I don't know. I don't know what they are.
I think I can help you out with that.
Cool, thanks.
Okay.
Hey, it's called Gush and Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
Oh, I want to thank everyone for a great rehearsal this week, and just thank you for coming and spending time with us today. Trish, thank you so much for putting this episode together. Ricardo, Whitney, Ryan, it's so good to see you again after so many years ago that we marched Patriots, for you to come in and share your story of Bruno Zuccala today. Where can the people find you on social media?
Okay, so I'm not very social media, but I have Facebook. You can find me. I go by first name, middle name. So Ryan Aney. You can find me there. And I'm also on LinkedIn under Ryan Bronner. I will be developing that a little bit more as I'm finishing my degree. So those are places you can find me.
Great.
Go ahead and look.
Awesome. So if you have a question or a good topic that you want to talk about, email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on social media if you want to be a guest on the show. We have a form in our bio. You just click on it and just let us know, hey, I want to be a guest. Send us your info. Also, if you take out your phone and make a video and you want to send it to us, you never know. You could find yourself on the podcast. So make sure you check that out. One more thing, please don't forget to subscribe. We do have a YouTube channel now, so you can go and watch this, or you can listen to it, and you can see all the shenanigans in time. So make sure you go out and do that. And also, before you close out of your podcast listening app, go subscribe, write a review on us, and share it with a friend. Follow us on any of your social media apps at On a Water Break, and we'll see you at the next rehearsal on a water break.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Reed. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.